Don't be disruptive.
Hey! What's up, my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the Transformers Studio Series 86 Leader Class Coronation Starscream. So here we are, and there he is, and first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging right up front here. We got full box art here for Screamer. Looking all coronation-y. Look at him. Look at him. He's just so full of himself. From Transformers the movie 86, number 12, Coronation Starscream. On this side of the box we have Starscream. On the other side of the box we have Starscream. Oh, he's so pleased with himself. It doesn't pain him to do this. He enjoys it. He enjoys it immensely. He is a leader, class A leader, class A, and a class A leader. Up top, Transformers the movie. On the bottom, words, things, barcodes. On the back of the box we have your obligatory product shots. And you have a brief bio in multiple languages. Hooray for multiple languages, and that's basically it for the packaging. And moving right along, here we have Coronation Starscream, and this is a slight recolor, slight remold of the Earthrise Voyager Starscream. But here he is in his robot mode, looking all screamy, as Screamer should. But let's get in close. Yes, we can take a look not at his belly, but at his noggin. Oh, there's his noggin. But again, pretty nicely done head sculpt there. And some dark silver there for the face, red for the eyes. Got the turbine nips going on there. And pretty much all the same detail we've seen on the Earthrise Starscream. We do have some new hands going on there. That's the one new bits. But detailing wise, pretty much everything is the same. We have some bits of gunmetal gray right here on his back, which is not present on the original version of the figure. Oh yeah, the nose cone hanging out back there. All in all, pretty much a lot of what we've already seen with the Earthrise Starscream. Now, articulation-wise, the head is on a ball joint. You do get a little bit of the wiggly-waggly. You can look up a little bit, look down a little bit. Head can do a full 360. Arms can do a full 360. If you get around the wings, they can move in and out. You got bicep rotation. You have a bit over 90 degrees of bend there at the elbow. As far as the wrist, there's no rotation. You get the upward movement due to transformation, if that serves any purpose for you. He does have new hands, which can open and close. Nothing at the waist, unfortunately. You can move the crotch panel out of the way, so the legs can move forward, that far, back, that far, outward, that far. You get thigh rotation. You get over 90 degrees of bend there at the knee. The feet, they can't move up. The toes can move down, as well as the heel can move down if you wanted to. And you do get some ankle tiltage. And the wings are on a hinge here, so you can kind of angle these back and do what you want there. So there you have that. And now for comparison. Here he is with his best buddy, Galvatron. They love each other. And here he is with the Earthrise Starscream. So you can see what's going on here. Coloration-wise, there's a slightly different shade of gray. There's a slightly different shade of red. Slightly different shade of blue. See a real difference coloration-wise. The big molding difference is you have the hands that can open and close, as opposed to on the Earthrise version, which just has the molded hands in a fist. That's the only real difference molding-wise. Other than that, you're pretty much getting the same figure here, so there you go. Now, as far as accessories go, well, he does come with his throne. Since he has Coronation Starscream, he has his lovely purple throne here. You can see the Decepticon symbol right up top. You get some details molded in here and there. And all of his accessories do store on the back of the throne here, although not all of them store well. The main thing is the crown. Take a close look at the crown here. See, it's done in gold with some red. Now the crown is supposed to store right up here, and it doesn't really work you push it in and it just wants to push itself back out. It's just, for some reason, just doesn't want to hold on. I don't know why. Something is just, maybe just a little too tight somewhere. I don't know. It's only meant to go on one way. It doesn't go on that way. It doesn't go sideways. It's only meant to go on one way. So it just doesn't quite work. So I just kind of put it there. But, I mean, fact of the matter is, if you're buying this, you're going to put the crown on its head anyway. So storage is kind of irrelevant. But, yeah, no, it'd still be nice if it actually worked the way it's supposed to. But the crown is supposed to store there. And here you have his cape, which just pegs into the back, right here. You can see it does have a double hinge here, so it can splay out a little further. And we'll show off how all this goes on him in a little bit. And back here, you have his standard null rays, which are just plugged in back here. And of course, we can plug these into his arms. We can get the full effect here of the Screamer. Of course, you can hold them as handheld weapons if you wish as well. But we know they go on his arms. There you go. You got that going on. And right down here, we have his little shoulder pieces. And they just peg in. Little ports right back here. Don't know if you can see them. Probably not, but there are ports back here that the shoulder pads plug into. You can see just done with some nice gold. And you do get these alternate null rays, where the post sits a lot higher than on the standard ones. So that way you can plug them right into the shoulder pieces, like so. Again, we'll show off how all this works in a second. But of course, we can have Mr. Screamer sitting upon his throne. He can't sit on the throne with the cape on. That's one thing you will have to take off if you want him actually sitting on the throne. But just take him, sit him down. And voila, there is Starscream sitting upon his throne. And it does look quite nice. It's a nice throne. I'm a fan of nice looking thrones. I'm a throne fan. Although I've never watched Game of Thrones, but I'm a fan of thrones. But hey. But to put all of Starscream's accoutrement on him, just pop his crown on, like so. So you're going to remove these null rays. And we're going to plug in his shoulder pads, and you're just using this post, which is going to go into the port right here in the shoulder. And that will just pop right in, like so. You can see how the null rays just kind of hang down like that. And you can see how that works. Pop in the other side. Just get that lined up. And come on. There we go. Pop that in. And you have that going on, and then the cape will just plug in right back here. Just pop that on. Just bring that nose cone down over it, and there you go. There you have Starscream fully decked out in his coronation gear. And doesn't he look fancy? He just looks so very fancy. Very nice. And again, you can kind of splay this out. It really is kind of meant for like this pose here. So you can have it just kind of like flowing in the breeze. You can bring his arm out. You can move that null ray with it. You can bring his arm out, open his hand up, and be like, "Who disrupts my coronation?" You know how he does. You know how this scene works out. But still, a cool look. A cool look nonetheless. And again, unfortunately, you do have to take the cape off to have him sit on the throne. But hey, still, you can have him sitting upon his throne and looking all regal for the whole, you know, like 30 seconds that he had to enjoy this. You know, again, you know how this scene works out, but yeah, no. You can have him there sitting on his throne and pretending he is king. Call me Lord. You know how he does, but there you go. We can just leave the cape back here for storage. There is Starscream, looking all nice and regal. Little does he know what's going to happen. Now, in case anybody is wondering, yes, you can put the coronation stuff on the Earthrise Starscream because it's the same figure, so it has the same connection, so duh, of course you can. And I'm sure someone is wondering, can you put the coronation stuff on the Siege Starscream? Kinda? but not really. The shoulder pads don't actually plug in to his shoulders because the shoulders are a little too wide. You can kind of just rest them on top of his shoulders. That kind of works. You can do like that. You know, that kind of works. But they're not going to be in there securely. They're just kind of sitting on his shoulders. There's a little bit of friction there. I mean, they'll stay on, but, you know, it's not a solid connection. His head's a little too big for the crown, you know, but again, it can just kind of sit there if you wanted to. You can plug the cape. There you go. You can plug the cape into one of the thrusters here and kind of have that going on, although it makes them kind of back heavy, so that doesn't really work out too well. None of this really works out too well. It's really the best the best you can do here. But yeah, not really. And of course, Coronation Starscream is Bluish compatible. That's right, we can bring in Siege, Jetfires, effects parts. Now the Null Rays, they're supposed to be Bluish compatible. They have the posts on them, but they're not very long posts, and they do just, I mean, they kind of hold in, but it's not the most secure connection. His nipples are Bluish compatible though. You can plug them into his turbine nips. We can do that. We can do all of that. There you go. We can kind of make this work. We can make it work. We're gonna make it work. Oh, we'll make it work. We'll make it work. Hey, no, we're not doing this routine. We're not doing this routine. Come on. There we go. There we go. And we can do a double nipple coronation bloosh. Who disrupts my nipple blushing? So that is pretty much it for the robot mode, so let's get down to transformation, shall we? Let's. So, transformation, as you can guess, is the same as the Earthrise Starscream. So just start off by bringing the arms forward. You're going to bring up the hand and then open up the forearm. You're going to collapse the forearm up and over the bicep and then just close it off. Like so. Take the hand, just bring it up and over like that. Bring the arm down, and that's all done. Second verse just like the first. You just bring the hand up, open this up, and collapse that forearm onto the bicep. Bring that up and over, and there you go. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to open up the chest piece here. Let's get that popped open. Boop, like that. Take the nose cone here, bring that up and over his head. Close that up, bring the nose cone out, rotate it, and bring it into its final resting place right there. And then you're going to take the arms, fold them into the body, and then we can close the chest back up. There are posts that will go into the ports here in the shoulders. Just get that lined up, and that should just all snippity snap into place. And there we go. So we're going to bring up his crotch flap here. We're going to close up the toe and the heel. Bring this fin up. There's a tab and a slot connection right here. Bring that fin down. Same thing on the other side. Just close that up. Bring that up and over. Dab it in. Bring it down. Tab the legs together. Open the front panel here on the legs, and then collapse the legs down. Make sure those knee joints don't fold down. You want that all to stay straight like that. And this will tab in right there. Close those legs up, bring the crotch plate down, and the last thing you're doing is just rotating these wings around. There are little tabs and slots that will locate and keep those wings in place. And there you go. There you have Starscream in his jet mode. You can get a good spin out of him. And there you go. There he is in his jet mode, and it looks just like the Earthrise one, just with slight color variations, but that's pretty much it. But yeah. But we're getting close here, so we can take a look at the details. You got the nice transparent cockpit section there. Really typical red and white and gray color scheme that is Starscream. Decepticon symbols. Again, you got the nice panel detailing going on there. And you got the back. And there you have the top, and there you have the bottom, and of course he can slide as jets can slide. Hooray for sliding jets! And for comparison, here he is with the Earthrise Starscream. So you can see what's going on here. Again, just minor color variations. The Decepticon symbols are slightly different sizes, and also you have stripes on those tail fins as opposed to no stripes on the tail fins, so a little bit of a different deco hit there. And again, you got the little spots of gray here that aren't present on the Earthrise one, so again, some minor color variances, but otherwise they're the same figure. There you have that. Now, as far as storage for your accessories, obviously you can take the null rays, and these will just plug right in underneath the wings, as null rays should. You can also plug them into like the sides here. That's totally up to you. You do have ports here, which are they're a bit tighter, but they will plug in. So, hey, you have options. There's always options. Good. You know how it works. You know how it works. You even have ports here on the side as well. You can plug them in. You can plug them in there if you want to, but really they should go into the wings. But as always, it's yours. Display it however you wish. As far as the coronation stuff, I mean, there's no real places for these to go because, you know, not intended. But the cape, can you plug the cape in? You can kind of plug the cape in. There you go. You can kind of have a jet with a cape. I can work with that. Can you? I can work with that. We can just rest the crown there. There we go. We can do that. There you go. Yes! 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 And of course, the last thing is the base of displayage that resides within the boxular region here. Let's get this out. Get out of here. Open it up. And here we have Starscream's little coronation site here. And of course the typical goodness here, 86, 12, Transformers, the movie, the logo of the movie, and we can take Starscream, we can put his throne here, we can put Starscream here. And as always, it makes for a nice little display if you want to take advantage of it. So, there you go. So there you have Coronation Starscream, and yeah, if you like the Earthrise mold, you're going to like this. If you don't like the Earthrise mold, you're probably not going to like this. And, you know, yeah, it's a Voyager figure with some extra stuff being sold as a leader. Yeah, that's just what happens now. But it is a nice set, and I do quite like it for what it is. The only issue I have with my copy is the crown not being able to store the way it's supposed to on the throne, but, you know, it's not a deal breaker, but it would have been nice if it worked the way it was supposed to. But like I said, not a deal breaker. Overall, I am very pleased with this, so there you go. Now, if you would like this or any other Studio Series figures, you can always check out BigBadToyStore.com for availability. There'll be a link in the description down below, so you can check that out. You can also check out the Studio Series playlist for any reviews you may have missed, also linked in the description down below, so you can check that out as well. And I think that's it, so don't forget to check out EmGo's, check out Love, Peace, Paranormal, follow me on Twitter, all of that good stuff down in the description below, and I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So, there's the Transformers Studio Series 86 Leader Class Coronation Starscream, and this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old because you stop playing. Big Geek! Be proud. Palm in your face. Who disrupts my coronation? Me! All right, but is there anyone else disrupting my coronation? Still me. Well, I mean, it's fine. You can disrupt all you want. I mean, it seems like you seem like a perfectly nice fellow. Megatron, is that you? Here's a hint. Don't need one.